Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went in there? Or maybe you found yourself searching for your glasses only to realize they were sitting on your head the whole time? Don't worry, you're not alone. These little memory slips happen to all of us, especially as we get older. But here's the good news. Just because we're aging doesn't mean our minds have to slow down. In fact, there are natural, simple things you can do right now to keep your brain active, sharp, and full of life. Today, we're going to have a real heart-to-heart talk about how to keep your mind in tip-top shape without any fancy pills or expensive programs. This isn't about turning back the clock. It's about living fully and clearly with a mind that keeps up with the joys, the slow conversations, and memories life still has in store for you. Because the truth is, a sharp mind isn't just about remembering where you left your keys. It's about staying connected to the people and moments that matter most. So let's settle in, maybe grab a cup of tea, and talk about 5 powerful ways to naturally boost brain health after 70. And don't worry, you won't need a science degree to follow along. These are simple habits, things you can start doing today to help your mind feel clearer, sharper, and more energized. Let's begin with the first one, and it might surprise you. Stay curious. Yes, curiosity. That little spark of wonder that made you ask why when you were younger is still just as important now. You see, the brain is like a muscle. It needs exercise. And one of the best workouts you can give it is learning something new. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Maybe you've always wanted to try painting, or learn how to play the piano, or even just explore a different kind of cooking. You don't have to become a master chef or a concert pianist. The goal isn't perfection, it's stimulation. When you take on something new, even just reading a book on a topic you're unfamiliar with or trying out a different route on your daily walk, your brain lights up. It forms new connections, stays active, and resists the kind of decline that can sneak up when we fall into the same old routine day after day. Think about it. When was the last time you learned something for the fun of it? Not because you had to, but because you wanted to. Even just doing a crossword puzzle, watching a documentary, or picking up a new hobby can make a world of difference. It doesn't have to take up your whole day. Just a little curiosity here and there keeps those mental wheels turning. Now, while curiosity is the spark, what really fuels the fire of brain health is movement. That brings us to the next habit. Keep your body moving. You might be thinking, what does walking have to do with memory? A whole lot, actually. Physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, delivering oxygen and nutrients that help keep it healthy. But beyond the biology, it's about how movement affects your mood, your focus, and your energy. Ever notice how you feel more awake and alert after a short walk, even if you were feeling sluggish before? That's no coincidence. Movement wakes up the mind just as much as the body. Now don't worry, I'm not talking about running marathons or joining a gym. A simple 20-minute walk around the neighborhood, some gentle stretching in the morning, or even dancing to your favorite music in the kitchen can do wonders. The key is consistency. Make movement a regular part of your day, not a chore, but a gift to yourself, a chance to feel alive in your body and in your mind. And here's something beautiful. Movement also boosts your mood. It helps reduce feelings of anxiety and depression, which can quietly dull our thinking and our spirit. When you move, you release feel-good chemicals in the brain, those same ones that help you feel more connected, more optimistic, and more ready to take on the day. And when your mood lifts, your memory improves, your focus sharpens, it all connects. So now we've talked about staying curious and staying active. These two alone can breathe so much life into your mind. But what really ties them together, what keeps everything balanced, is how we care for our emotions. That leads us to a third, often overlooked secret to a healthy brain: meaningful connection. Yes, connection. I'm talking about those warm, real moments with others. A good conversation, a shared laugh, even a simple check-in phone call with a friend. Our brains are wired for connection, and staying socially active isn't just good for the heart, it's vital for the mind. Too often, people over 70 start to feel isolated. Kids are busy, friends may have moved away or passed on, and the social circles that once kept us active get a little smaller. But that doesn't mean we have to retreat. If anything, this is the time to lean into connection even more. Join a book club, call an old friend, volunteer a few hours a week, anything that brings you into contact with others and gives you something to look forward to. Conversation itself is a powerful brain booster. It keeps your vocabulary fresh, your memory engaged, and your emotions balanced. Sharing stories, laughing, reminiscing, it all helps maintain mental clarity. And even if you're more of an introvert, just a little bit of connection goes a long way. And it's not just about what you get from others, it's also about what you give. Sharing your wisdom, your kindness, your time creates a sense of purpose. And purpose, my friend, is one of the strongest predictors of brain health there is. When you feel like you matter, your brain responds with energy and clarity. It knows it still has important work to do. And that work isn't in the past, it's right now, in the lives you touch and the love you share. Now that we've explored how curiosity, movement, and connection can light up your brain and lift your spirit, let's dive even deeper into what truly keeps your mind alive and thriving. One of the most underrated secrets for keeping your brain sharp is something so basic, yet so often neglected: getting enough quality sleep. Now, I know what you might be thinking. At my age, sleep is harder than ever, and you're right. As we get older, falling asleep and staying asleep can become more difficult. But here's the thing, sleep isn't just about rest. It's when your brain goes into deep cleaning mode. During sleep, your brain literally washes away waste, organizes memories, and resets itself for a brand new day. Missing out on good sleep is like forgetting to tidy up your kitchen after dinner. Eventually, the clutter builds up and things stop working the way they should. Have you ever noticed how foggy your brain feels after a rough night's sleep? Like it's harder to focus or remember where you put things? That's because your brain didn't get a chance to recharge. The good news is, even if you've struggled with sleep in the past, there are simple habits that can make a real difference. Try setting a gentle routine at night, maybe a cup of warm herbal tea, a little reading under soft light, or listening to calming music. Avoid screens an hour before bed. They trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime. And make your bedroom a cozy sanctuary. Dim lights, a comfortable pillow, and a cool, quiet space can work wonders. Your brain needs that time to reset, and giving yourself the gift of rest is one of the most powerful ways to protect your memory and mental clarity. And here's something even more interesting. Good sleep helps with mood too. When you sleep well, you wake up more patient, you're more focused, and more ready to engage with the world. It's like giving your brain a fresh coat of paint every night, smoothing out the rough edges and helping make everything shine a little brighter in the morning. Now, once you're sleeping better, your brain is going to be much more ready to absorb the next important piece of the puzzle: nutrition. That's right. What you put on your plate directly affects how clearly you think, how quickly you remember things, and even how happy you feel. You don't need to follow any extreme diets or trendy fads. In fact, the best brain foods are often the simplest. Think colorful vegetables, leafy greens, berries, nuts, seeds, and healthy fats like olive oil and avocado. These foods are full of antioxidants and nutrients that literally feed your brain cells. And don't underestimate the power of omega-3 fatty acids, especially from sources like salmon, sardines, walnuts, or flax seeds. These fats help build and protect the very structure of your brain. It's like putting oil in your car's engine. It keeps everything running smoothly. On the flip side, try to be mindful of processed sugars and heavy fried foods. Of course, a treat now and then won't hurt. Life is meant to be enjoyed. But when these types of foods make up most of your diet, they can slow you down mentally, sap your energy, and even affect your mood. You might be surprised how quickly your brain responds when you give it what it truly needs: more energy, more focus, and a brighter outlook. And eating well doesn't have to be boring or bland. Imagine a fresh, colorful salad with juicy tomatoes and olive oil, or a bowl of warm vegetable soup on a cool evening. These small choices, made with love, can do more for your brain than any supplement ever could. And speaking of love, there's one more habit that ties all of this together. A secret that's not just about science, but about the heart. It's the ability to stay positive. Now, I know life isn't always sunshine and roses. We've all had our share of losses, changes, and days when things just don't feel the same. but holding on to a hopeful mindset, even in small ways, can have a powerful effect on your brain's health. Research shows that people who maintain a positive attitude as they age have better memory, stronger reasoning skills, and even a lower risk of dementia. It's not magic, it's mindset. When you choose to focus on what's good, your brain releases chemicals that help you feel more energized and engaged. It's like flipping on a light in a dark room. Try starting your day by naming one thing you're grateful for. Maybe it's the sunlight coming through the window, a call from a grandchild, or even just the smell of your morning coffee. These small moments add up. They remind your brain that life still has beauty, still has meaning, and that you still have a lot of living to do. Surround yourself with things that lift you. A favorite piece of music, a photo that brings back good memories, a walk outside where you can hear the birds sing. These aren't just pleasant distractions, they're powerful medicine for your mind. It's not about pretending everything is perfect, it's about gently guiding your attention back to the things that nourish your spirit. Because when your spirit is lifted, your brain comes alive with it. So whether it's getting a little extra sleep, eating foods that energize you, or simply finding one thing to smile about each day, every small choice matters. These aren't just tips. They're invitations to treat yourself with care and to believe that no matter your age, your mind can still grow, thrive, and shine. As we've walked through these small but powerful changes, curiosity, movement, connection, rest, nutrition, and positivity, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but is it really possible to change my brain at my age? And to that, I want to say one thing straight from the heart. Absolutely, yes. Your brain is an incredible organ. It's not fixed or frozen with age. It's alive. It adapts, it rewires, it grows. Even in your 70s, 80s, or beyond, your brain is still capable of learning, healing, and finding new ways to thrive. The secret isn't in doing everything perfectly. It's in doing something, anything, with intention and love. Now let's talk about the final piece of the puzzle. This one ties everything together. It's something you already carry inside of you. It's sense of purpose. You see, when you wake up with a reason to get out of bed, when you feel like your presence matters, it fuels your brain like nothing else can. It gives your days structure, your heart meaning, and your mind a reason to stay sharp. Purpose doesn't have to be something grand or public. It doesn't mean starting a new career or launching a big project. It can be as simple as tending to your garden, mentoring a younger neighbor, writing your memories in a journal, or taking care of your pet with tenderness and consistency. Even something as small as sharing a smile or offering kind words to a stranger in the grocery store, these are acts of purpose. And here's the beautiful thing. When you live with purpose, you don't just feel good emotionally. Your brain gets the message too. Studies have shown that people with a strong sense of purpose are less likely to develop cognitive decline, and they often live longer, fuller lives. Purpose gives the brain a reason to keep learning, to keep building new connections, to stay active and alert. If you've ever felt like you're not needed anymore, I want to gently remind you, there is no expiration date on your value. The world still needs your wisdom, your experience, your stories, your humor, your kindness. You are not invisible. You are not done. You are still becoming. Think about the people who light up when they hear your voice, the ones who remember your advice years later, the quiet ways your presence comforts those around you, even if no one says it out loud. That's purpose. And that purpose keeps your brain alive in the most beautiful way. And if you're sitting there thinking, but I'm not sure what my purpose is anymore, that's okay. You don't have to figure it all out today. Start small. Ask yourself, what brings me peace? What brings me joy? What could I give, even in a small way, that would make someone else's day better? Follow those questions like a trail, one step at a time. Your purpose will reveal itself in the doing. When you put all of this together, nourishing your curiosity, moving your body, staying connected, resting well, eating with intention, choosing a positive mindset, and living with purpose, you create a life where your brain can thrive. And not just your brain, your heart, your spirit, your whole being. The beauty of this journey is that it's never too late to begin. Even one small shift today can ripple out into something bigger tomorrow. Maybe tonight, you'll try winding down a little earlier, Maybe tomorrow you'll go for a walk and wave to a neighbor. Maybe next week you'll finally open that book you've been meaning to read. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to begin. And if you ever feel discouraged, remember this. You've lived through so much. You've faced changes, challenges, loss, and triumph. You have grown through decades of life, and you are still here, still learning, still becoming. That is a gift. That is strength. So be gentle with yourself, be proud of how far you've come, and know that your mind can still surprise you with clarity, with creativity, with joy. There is so much life left to live, and you get to live it with wisdom, humor, and a brain that's fully engaged in the journey. Before we go, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you're doing or planning to do to keep your mind sharp? Share it in the comments below. Your words might just inspire someone else to take that first step. And if this video spoke to you, if it made you feel seen, encouraged, or uplifted, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. We're building a community here where aging isn't about decline, but about discovery. And you are a vital part of that. Here's to living with clarity, with heart, with purpose. Here's to living your best life at every age.